Hello YouTube. I'm finally here to go ahead and do a video for week 35. Excuse me, my videos are starting to get more few and far between and late, so I apologize for that. Week 35 went really quickly. I am seeing my doctor every week now, so I actually have two doctor updates to give you. In my last video, I was talking about the weight gain for Carson and I. For week 34, I had weighed 184 pounds. So when I went for my first doctor's visit for week 35, I had actually lost a pound, which was weird, but I just wanted to make note of that. My heart rate has been great for every doctor's appointment. That first doctor's appointment, it was about 120 over something. I don't remember the bottom number. The baby's heart rate is staying consistently at about 138. It wasn't a long doctor's visit. It was a very productive one though. I've been doing so well. Usually my doctor just comes in and talks with me. Most of the time I spend more time with the nurse, doing like blood pressure and weight and everything. But for this particular doctor's visit, my doctor did spend a little bit more productive time with me. She told me that they needed to take some blood at that time. The last time I gave that blood to see how my liver was functioning because I had been itching all over. I thought that was the last time I was going to get blood, but this time for week 35, she did tell me she needed to take some blood because before I started seeing her consistently, I was seeing another specialist. So it was like some antibody tests that they do on all pregnant women, and they do a test for like hepatitis B and C. She was just telling me that her office didn't have that information, so I gave blood for that. The other thing my doctor and I talked about, so I finally turned in my birth plan. You can't really read it, but this is just how it looks. It's 3 pages long. I don't know why, because it's not really talking about that much, but it's 3 pages long, and I just put like a blue border around it, and this right here says baby boy. My doctor did go through it. I was surprised that she did that at the actual visit, and she was telling me that most of the stuff I asked for is things that they do routinely. So I was glad that I hadn't turned in a birth plan that was, in a sense, asking for too much. The only thing she did talk with me about was my choice not to have an epidural. So she's like, okay. She's like, I'm supporting you. I suggested you get it, but she's kind of like, if you say so. So that was, like a little funny moment for us. I also want to talk about swelling. My fingers have gotten bigger. They look like little hot dogs to me. Like right now, it's really difficult for me to get my wedding ring off. So I usually have to separate it and pull like that. So my fingers have started swelling. Also, my feet have started swelling. I didn't notice it until a couple days ago because I went to both of these doctor's appointments and they asked about swelling, and I kept talking about my fingers, and my husband pointed out to me the other day, like, your feet are swelling too. So I just had to calm down, and of course, water is the solution for everything. I, usually whenever something happens or I notice something, I let my doula know, and she's like, how much water are you drinking? I was like, oh God, I can't wait to get away from water. So, drinking more water, I don't know if that made a difference or not. I think I'm just at the point where my feet are just going to be like a little fat, with like the extra fluid and everything that's in my body now that I'm towards the end. So that was the first doctor's visit. My next one for week 35 was on this past Monday, and I had gained 4 pounds. So as of Monday, I was weighing 187 pounds. The baby's heart rate was still the same. I have to honestly say my water intake for about the last week and a half hasn't really been that great. So I'm not doing well with that. So I'm pretty sure that, attributes to the swelling and everything. But I'm going to get back on it because I don't want a lot of stuff to start happening right before I have him. They did do 2 more tests on this past Monday. They did the Group B strep test. I was actually going to post this video a couple days ago, but you all know how I am. Whenever I take a test, I always like to wait and get the results before I come before you with information. So they did that test on Monday. I called on Wednesday. I tested negative for it. The second test they did while I was there was a non-stress test. That one was new for me. It was my first one. I wasn't nervous. I think I was just tired because my doctor's office gets really full. So just the process of waiting on her and then having to go somewhere else, and they tell me I have to sit for 20 minutes and they're monitoring the baby, and if the baby doesn't move, we're going to give you something sweet to eat. And I was just like, oh God, can I just please go home? Because my word, or my symptom for week 35 is just fatigue. All day I'm just dragging, and I feel okay. I'm fine talking with people, but it's like I don't want to do anything extra. I don't want to be on my feet. It's just tiredness. I'm going to go ahead and do the belly shot. So everyone in my family, all of my coworkers and everything, they say that it seems like I just, popped out overnight. I believe he's dropped already. I'm not sure. The last 2 ultrasounds I've had, his head was down here. So whether or not he's staying or flipping back and forth, I really don't know. I don't believe so, because what I feel up here, I can feel like when his feet are hitting me, or I can feel like his butt when it's up here. So I believe I've dropped already. I don't know. The last thing that I'm going to talk about, I know someone told me to do a video on my baby shower haul gifts. I'm not as bitter as I was on the weekend. My baby shower was this last weekend. I'm not as bitter as I was when it was over, but I have to say that it was a very emotional time for me, because my husband and I, we didn't go all out, but we did try to make sure it was nice, which means, we spent money to do that. And we had a lot of people that didn't show up. We had people that were canceling the week of, the day of, hours before. I had a lot of food left over. It felt weird to throw the food in the garbage. I was begging people to take food home. I had 2 cakes. So like right now I have cake on my back porch because it was just 2 cakes. Like my best friend bought the main cake, but the second cake was a surprise. So at that point, I didn't know. As far as gifts, I didn't get a lot of gifts. It really hurt my feelings. I must say that I did get a wipe warmer, a baby care cart. You have to like put it together, and you put like your Pampers and blankets and stuff on it. And I got like a little bit of clothes here and there. And other than that, I got $300 worth of gift cards. Like that's the only thing that really kept me from feeling bad, was the fact that I got $300 worth of gift cards. So I'm sorry guys that I don't have like a lot of gifts to show you, but that's what happened. So my feet are starting to hurt while I'm standing here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.